Why the decision to race so many different types of cars? I mean, whether it's a sports car, Indy car, Formula One, stock car, why race so many different varieties?
I don't think I raced enough. I think if I would have had the chance, I would have raced in some motorcycles. I just really love, I truly enjoy my motor racing in general, right throughout my career. And to have the opportunity to drive in different disciplines, you know, was really something that I was not going to miss out.
Take us back a little bit and give me some of the memorable moments of Mario Andretti's career.
Well, I think there were phases in my career that provided memorable moments, such as just really accomplishing just championships, winning certain events. I always had such the dreams about Formula One, my Formula One days, and winning my first Formula One race in a Ferrari, for instance, and then going on and winning a world championship, winning Indianapolis, winning races like Daytona 500, 12 Hours of Sebring, events like that, being involved with the Ford program, the Mans Ford program, driving with all the drivers that were my heroes, you know, the Dan Gurneys, people like that. So, like I said, I've been blessed with a lot of great moments.
One in particular, when you went back to Monza and drove the Ferrari Turbo and put it on the pole. I mean, that had to be a very special occasion to do that in Monza.
Well, here again, exactly, Monza being a venue, being a track where I saw my first Grand Prix in 1954, age 14, and then winning a Formula One race there, and then later on, actually my last Formula One experience, substituting for an injured driver there and putting the car on pole, a Ferrari on pole in Monza, you know. Again, with the type of reaction that you usually get from the Italian fans, it's just phenomenal.
I mean, that's as good as it gets. Realize, Mario, how big a hero you are to so many motorsports fans?
Well, I don't know. It's tough for me to put it in those terms. I do have a lot of affection for the fans because I receive letters every day, and throughout my career, you know, obviously you experience the highs and lows, and you're pretty much down, you know, in the valleys more than you're in the peaks. And people, but the true fans, they never wavered. They're always there to support you. You have no idea how much that means to you. But it's a lasting thing, you know. They usually, people say, well, you know, people that in general are fickle. Not really, not really. You learn to think differently. Yeah. And I've had that experience.
Was your dad a hard competitor to race against on the track?
Yeah, he was, especially to pass. I think for me, there's never been anybody tougher to pass on a racetrack than Dad.
So do you ever get into any arguments when you go home about something that maybe he should have done or should have made things easier for you, or do you even expect that?
We had a few contacts, you know, along the way, which was expected, and you know, I blamed him for some things, he blamed me for some things, and it's just the way it always worked out. You know, it was okay.
Is there a big difference between the setup of, let's say, an oval and a road course?
No question. You know, they're very different. Obviously, on an oval, you only have to set up for a left-hand corner, so you're able to optimize the total setup just for turning left, whereas on a road course, you're more compromising left to right hand, and you can't get the full potential just for a right-hander or a left-hander, and you have to compromise. So, yeah, it's a different type of setup.
Racing drivers have to be physically very fit to be on top of their game all the time?
I believe so, more so the last 3, 4, 5 years than ever before, because of the stress that is being put on your body nowadays, because we're going so fast around some of these racetracks now that physically it puts such strain. You know, the G-forces, some places we're putting 4.5 Gs on the body, and you know, the braking forces and the acceleration, we have so much horsepower nowadays. It's just it's amazing the stress that's put on your whole body, your legs, your arms, your neck, and yes, you need to be in shape.
Racing, of course, is the probably one of the most important things in racing, unless you lead from green to checkered. But is there a strategy on passing? Are there points that you look for that you can pass a slower person ahead of you?
Well, it's something that what you do when you pass and stuff, you check that out during practice and stuff. You start feeling it out. You see where the best passing opportunities are on certain tracks, and some tracks you suss that out. And the best areas to pass are definitely in the braking zones. You can really dive bomb underneath people. What you do is you late brake the person to the corner. You go in a few feet more than the other person, and then you just hold them out a little bit in the corner, and then you can overtake him. But that's usually the best places to overtake. Of course, you can overtake somebody coming onto a straightaway as well. If you're carrying more speed off the corner, you can usually set them up and pass them as you come off the corner. But usually the best places are going into the corner.
It's called different things. The stock car drivers might refer to it as a draft, and the IndyCar guys call it a tow. But what is it, and how can it be used in racing?
Well, a draft is used for basically you use it to pass with. You could come, especially on the oval tracks, we use it a lot more than you do on road course, because the straightaways aren't as long on road courses, so you can't get the effect as much. But on the oval tracks, you can use it to your advantage to really come up, suck up on somebody and pass them. What it does is it creates a suction effect that when you come off a corner behind somebody, it makes you pick up speed, because he's pulling you along. He's actually towing you down the straightaway, and you're actually traveling faster than him because of the towing effect that the car gives you in front of you.
So you can actually feel that in the race car?
Yes, you can. You can actually, when you come off a corner, you're following somebody, you can actually feel yourself. You could feel the RPMs pull up on the car. You can actually feel it.
One of the first things you learn in driver school is the term apex. What is it?
It's where you should be meeting in the corner. It's where your car should be to be proper to the next corner. It's basically, if you're hitting your apex, it means it's the optimum. You're in the optimum part of the corner where you should be, for optimum speed going in, coming off.
And can you combine corners if you're in an S situation, a series of S's? Can you combine those corners to get through them quickly?
Sometimes it depends on how deep the corner is or how the corner's laid out. Yes, sometimes you can kind of straight shot a corner, especially like in a chicane situation. It depends on how tight the chicane is. You can sometimes almost straight shot it. If you do it right, you can get an advantage that way.